It's true, after a disaster happens, very often people come along to look at what the causes were. They might look at how the engine was built and to see whether there was something wrong with the car. They might look at the foundations of a house and see whether they were actually deep enough and whether they were built on the right material. They might actually look at how the car was being driven along the road to see whether or not people were following the perfect plan and driving as they should do. Sometimes we can think that we have our lives built on the right things. But sometimes it can be when the torrent bursts against that we find that we're shaken in ways that we thought wasn't possible. And when we look down, we can sometimes see that the foundations that we thought we had built our lives on are not as secure as those that we thought they were. For many of us, missing friends, family, church, community, work, all of these things have been important parts in our life. Some of those things have been stripped away. And yet, in times where we've had to step back and look at what's happening, is God trying to say something to us about what we've built our life on? I'm reminded of Luke 6, where he says, a wise man is like a man who built his house, and he dug it deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood occurred and the torrent burst against the house, and it could not be shaken, because it was securely built and founded on the rock. We know that that rock is the Lord Jesus Christ. And perhaps for each one of us, he's saying, have we built our lives on him? Unlike the man who built his house on the rock or on the sand, we have the opportunity, even in the midst of a storm, to dig deep and find the rock. And that's, I think, our challenge during this time for all of us. I pray that that might be something that we do individually and collectively together.